Hey guys, Ryan here from thecoolerbox.com, and today I'm excited to be unboxing, or sort of unboxing, the Coleman Xtreme 5-day cooler. This size is 52 quarts, which is the same as the Yeti 65. Retails for about $50 on Amazon.com. Links will be in the description below. Significantly cheaper than some of the more pricier coolers. So to get something like this for $40 or $50 is very amazing. So we're gonna unbox this, we're gonna have a look at it and see whether or not this is worth purchasing. But the real test will be when we do the ice challenge in a future video. So initially looking at this, it does look very similar to my wheeled Coleman cooler, which is to be expected. It's a Coleman. Similar sort of outside finish, which is just this ruffled plastic. It's a nice shade of blue, and if we look at the lid, let's start there, we can see these indented cup holders here, which is a really nice feature because you can keep cups in there, you can keep your beer in there, and it is not going to fall over. The thing that does worry me about this is these are so deep that we are losing all of that insulation. Is this really going to keep ice for 5 days? Let's have a look at this. If we open the lid, if we measure it, we can see the lid is about 2.5 inches. One of the things that annoyed me about this lid when I first got it is when I opened it, the lid just wouldn't stay open. It just wouldn't hold open. You can see, I did try and bend it back a bit, but when I do that, it makes this weird noise that feels like there was glue on there and the glue's coming off, and so I don't really want to do it too much. I have got it to a point where it kind of stays there, but if you move it just a little bit, it tends to shut itself. So that is not awesome. I would prefer a cooler where the lid stayed open. Hey, but for $40 and for 5 days of ice retention, I can't complain too much. Let's have a look at the inside here. Now, let's start with the insulation. How thick is the insulation in this bad boy? We can see there's a little bit less than 2 inches of insulation in the walls. I'd probably call it 1.5 inches in the walls. Most of the high-end coolers are about 2 inches in the walls, so just half an inch off. That's pretty cool to see that. If we look at the lid here, you will notice the absence of any rubber gasket. So there is no commercial grade rubber gasket connecting the lid with the top of the cooler. It just kind of fits in place and just sticks in place with friction. And so this baby is not going to be airtight, which is kind of disappointing. If we have a look at the hinges on the lid, I'll just move it closer for you because this cooler is so light. Plastic hinges with some screws in there. So I feel like these would wear over time. However, they would be cheap to replace, assuming that I can get replacements for those. If we go ahead and have a look at the inside, we can see this big drainage canal down here. We will notice, similar to the regular Coleman, that the drainage pipe is actually about probably 1/2 inch to 1 inch above the bottom of this canal. So this is not going to fully drain. However, it's a very light cooler, so it'd be easy to just tip the excess water out. Inside, it's just a box. All right, there's nothing special about the inside at all. Nothing special about the lid. We've got a tiny little Coleman symbol up there. You're not really going to impress your friends with this cooler. Yes, it's nice. Yes, it's cheap. It's probably going to do a good job at keeping ice and better than a regular Coleman, but it's not flashy. It's not impressive. It's not super strong. I feel like it's definitely stronger than a regular Coleman, but I wouldn't be jumping on it. I wouldn't be throwing it around, and nothing says that more than the handles. It's got this nice feature how they just flip around. I don't know if that makes any difference at all, but these they do feel a bit flimsy, like I could break it off. Like, that would not be hard to break. There's these little plastic pins here that hold it in place, and if I hold it close enough, I think you can see in there those little pins, and if I bend this, I could easily break that just with my own force. So carrying this completely full, I feel like it would do that fine. But if I'm going to carry it and then my friend drops it and it bangs on the ground, you know, I'm not completely confident this is going to hold up to bashings and beatings that some people put these coolers through. If we look at the drainage plug here, we can see that it simply clicks into place. Now this plug is held on with a little screw section here. I did previously try to undo this and see what would happen if I would take it off. But this actually holds the drainage plug in place, and there's rubber on the inside keeping the water from coming out. So if you unscrew this, that rubber inside is going to get loose and this is going to leak. So this just presses into place and it's just gonna stay like that. So it's quite easy to get open. I don't feel like it's going to get knocked open and leak. That'd be very unfortunate if that did happen, but it's definitely not screwed on in place. So in terms of ice retention, yes, apparently we're going to get 5 days with it. We will put it to the test. That's only 2 days less than the Yeti, which will keep ice for, 5 to 7 days. So when you're comparing them on ice retention, it sounds like this is going to be a really good deal. But when you look at the build quality compared to something like the Pelican that I'm actually sitting on, this thing is beefy, and I'll do a full comparison, but just the quality of this build, the quality of the manufacturing that goes into this, how thick it is, how heavy it is, how strong it is, you're just not going to get that with the Coleman Xtreme. So it doesn't have that strength that you're going to expect from the premium coolers. So yes, it's going to keep ice for a good amount of time. Yes, it's probably going to do its job. No, it's probably not going to be as good as something like the Pelican or the Yeti, but it's definitely not as strong. And that's something to consider when you are going out and considering purchasing one of these. They're only $40 or $50. So if you don't need something crazy, tough, if you're not going to be throwing this around, or if you're not going to be exposing it to bears that want to get into it, then this is probably going to do a great job for a fraction of the cost of one of those premium coolers, and we will put it to the test in a future video. So I hope that this unboxing and initial review has been interesting to you. My overall thoughts are, this is an exciting cooler that can keep ice for up to 5 days apparently. It looks really nice. It's great. It's a great cooler for a barbecue or for going camping or something like that. It is super cheap that you can get on Amazon. Links will be in the description below. Build quality is good. You could definitely sit on this, stand on this. Probably wouldn't jump up and down on it, but the build quality is good enough, but it's not super strong like the other one. So overall, it seems like a great cooler that you would be happy to spend $40 or $50 on. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe below for more cooler reviews. And if you want to purchase one of these for yourself, they are very cheap on Amazon. Links will be in the description below, and that is my affiliate link. So if you go through that, I absolutely appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing of the Coleman Xtreme 5-day cooler. I hope that it's helped you make a decision about your cooler. And until next time, stay cool.